So the heart chakra is one of my favorite chakras, and it's the place that I come to all the time. I often find myself closing my eyes and bringing my focus into my heart. So it's located behind the breastbone, and it's about love, the right to love and the right to be loved. So the colour is green and sometimes depicted as pink. And it's the element of air, and this is where we, in terms of astrology, we think of Gemini, Libra and Aquarius, because they are air signs. And this chakra develops, or our experiences mostly develop, in the ages between 22 and 28. So this chakra is very much about love, self-love, kindness, compassion, empathy, courage, vulnerability, relationships with ourselves and with others' hearts. And it's that connection to other people's hearts, boundaries and forgiveness. So it's the center of love. And, you know, for me, love is one of the most powerful things. And, you know, there's also that love where we're connected to our not only ourselves, but our family, our friends, our lovers, and our animals. I know I love my babies such a lot. And it's where the physical, the lower chakras, the root, the sacral, the solar plexus come into the heart. And then we also meet the spiritual chakras, and everything comes in here. It's a bit like a gateway to love, a gateway to everything that we can be. And it's certainly one of the chakras I've done lots and lots of work on. I've gone on a massive journey of self-love during my life. And one of the big questions that I ask myself is, when I'm presented with something, is, do I love myself enough too? So that might be moving away from something that is not too good for me, or drawing something that is better for me in. So when the heart chakra is feeling balanced, we feel open. We feel kind and receptive and giving and forgiving and accepting of all kinds of things. And this is where we feel deep gratitude, and this is where we bring our gratitude practice, and we just feel that love flowing through our body and through our lives. And you know, when we can work from a place of love, it is so super powerful. And it's also, you know, where you can feel like a really beautiful, energetic connection with, you know, like I said, other people. And I certainly do with my animals. Oh, they really just fill my heart with so much passion and love. So in terms of manifesting the life that you want, this is where we use gratitude and appreciation to really support getting more of those things that we desire, our heart's desires. Now, the heart is blocked by grief. So when we feel deep sadness and we don't express that grief and we don't deal with it, then that really closes down our heart and our love and our ability to be loved and stuff like that. Now, something that I often notice is, imagine that you have a friend that has perhaps a lung condition, is constantly coughing, you know, they might get some bronchial conditions and things like that. I always look and think, I wonder what unexpressed sadness and grief that they have, because the lungs are, in Chinese medicine, are connected to the heart. So, you know, grief is a massive area. When both my dad and my dog died. My dog is much more recent. My dad died a long time ago. Oh my goodness me, the grief that I felt. And I made a decision that I would let it out. I would not hold my grief in. So luckily I live on my own. I spent a lot of time crying, but it really felt good to let that energy out. So grief is a really powerful emotion, and it can affect us physically. And if we don't deal with it, then we can find our ability to love and accept ourselves and forgive, and all of those things that the heart chakra deals with. It can be very difficult to do those things. When we think about the loss of a love, we all have had relationships of some kind. And when that love goes, often if we don't grieve it, it kind of builds like a cage around our heart. And, we need to express that grief. We have the same thing over a loss of a job or a career or a business or all sorts of things. It's like, how do we get over those things? Now, you may have a process for doing it, or you might find it difficult. And I always think that, our hearts are here because they're such amazing, powerful things that they can truly help us to process that grief, that loss, that sadness. And when we do that, we can really open up that gateway to unconditional love. Now, the thing that I will say about grief is that if we don't express it, obviously we know that's gonna close down the heart chakra, and that can be one of those things that can really stress us out and cause lots of anxiety and things like that in our life. Maybe some anger. Is to find someone who works specifically with grief. They can help you to open up that heart space again, so that you can really become who you want and really step into all that powerful love energy.